Hi, my name is Barbara Jornov. I'm 55 years old and I am a pastry chef by trade. Currently I am here in Chesapeake, Virginia with my Navy daughter and son-in-law who is now deployed overseas. I'm here helping with my little granddaughter Delilah, who has been an absolute joy. And here she comes right now into the picture. Can you say hi to everybody? Say hi out there in camera land. This is Delilah. This is the little girl who I came to Virginia for, and she's so cute. So it's been a real pleasure being here. It really has. She's been the highlight of it all.
Okay, how would you describe your personality?
I would describe myself as fairly open. I'm a well-rounded person. I'm very friendly. I try to be. I'm not so outgoing as probably I should be, but I'm a good person to know.
How would your friends and toughest critics describe you?
My toughest critic probably is my business partner, Andrew, who always tells me I'm too shy, too reserved, I have to open up more. But I also can tend to be, according to Andrew, is in the heat of the moment or in the kitchen situation, I can tend to be very stern, very, very focused. And when I get very focused, I become very, very, get the job done and let's get it done right, and etc.
What's your best and worst quality?
My best quality, I guess, is my ability to understand people, and I love children, and so that's one of my best qualities. I guess I'm trying to be a people person, so to speak.
What's your worst quality?
My worst quality would be maybe I'm not open enough, I'm too reserved sometimes, and people tend to, at first impression, take me as unapproachable type of person.
What types of things push your buttons?
Well, the type of things that push my buttons and with people are when they're egotistic and they think they know everything. They're just know-it-alls, and that is something that really can irritate me to no end sometimes.
Tell us about your background and upbringing, your past. How did that help or hurt your baker you become today?
Well, I grew up in a small town in Red Hook, New York, and my parents were middle-class people. I've got Delilah running around right at the moment, but my parents were middle-class people. My father taught me to be very independent and self-motivated, and he instilled a very good work ethic in my upbringing. So I've carried that through my career, and it has helped me become better at baking because I just feel I'm self-motivated. I don't need anybody to push me. If I want to do something out there, to get it done myself.
How do you feel you react to criticism?
Well, I don't mind constructive criticism, as anybody doesn't mind that, but when it's unconstructive, I become a little agitated with the whole situation, and I know most of the times I do end up speaking my piece when it's unconstructive criticism.
Which cast member on The Next Great Baker did you most relate to, and why?
Well, I think on season 2 I related to Ryan, who was an older gentleman who was competing. Also, he was non-culinary taught, so it was self-taught, and he wanted this as a career, so move, so to speak. And I just liked his attitude. I just thought he was very honest, and he didn't go the whole way, and I just think he had a really great attitude about the whole competition.
Do you feel your skills are better than the previous contestants on season 1 and 2?
Well, I feel they're equal in some parts and better in other parts. I know I've watched it and I've seen them put people in the leader position, and they failed. With my experience in the background of management and so forth, I feel that I would be a great team leader, or I am a team player, that's for sure.
Tell us about your food industry experience.
Well, I started in the industry when I was 16 as a dishwasher. When I was married, I did own a deli in upstate New York, for almost 8 years. I've been right now co-principal owner of a diverse culinary company. So I've been in the industry for a long time, in the front of the house and the back of the house. So I'd say I'm a seasoned veteran in the food industry.
Do you have any cake decorating, cake baking, or pastry experiences?
Yes, I do. I've had all those experiences. I've decorated many cakes. I've definitely done a lot of desserts, both in most of the restaurants, and published desserts also. So I am very versed on that, and I believe that using ingredients from the farm to the table has helped me in my quest to bring on or introduce new flavor profiles in that arena.
Describe your construction and technical ability. What's the hardest cake you've designed and made?
Well, I have a very good background in construction and technical support and things, so forth, as far as construction and that. It was in my background growing up as a child. And the hardest cake I think I've ever made was just trying. I had one customer who I couldn't get the theme right on her. She was just very hard to do. So I think that was the toughest cake I ever did.
Is there a specific genre or food desserts you like to bake or cook? Be specific.
I've tried vegan in the course of my culinary experience. That was a very challenging menu to do, vegan. I do love to bake. I like to cook also, but I prefer baking. Baking is my passion.
What type of baking do you hate?
Well, I really haven't found any part of the baking industry that I hate. I know boxes. I know a lot of companies do use box goods for their cakes and so forth. But I'm a traditional scratch baker, and I've done many, many things for that. So I would say a traditional baker.
How elaborate and creative are your designs when baking?
Well, I think I've become very elaborate, as you will see in my cake displays. I can think out of the box. I've done it all. So I've tried to be elaborate as far as traditional and elaborate as far as 3D.
Tell us any interesting details, wacky jobs, hobbies, interests, talents, awards about yourself, or anything that makes you stand out.
Okay, well, we've had plenty of wacky jobs in my career. That is, especially in my private chef business, we've had some really wacky jobs. One is, well, for an example, one wacky job was when we had a pig roast and the pig caught on fire, and we were running out in our bare feet to put out the pig. And boy, my desserts had to wait then, and then it was back in the kitchen at crunch time, getting them ready for the display. So that was very wacky. That was a fun night. It wasn't funny when it was happening, but after we sit down and look at it, it was funny. That was one of the wackiest jobs I think I ever did.